be using Velcro head gaskets. This is the part number for my 5.3 LM7. Okay, the gasket is on. It is ready for a head. The torque readings, the torque specifications for the first pass would be 25 foot-pounds, then 50 foot-pounds, then 80 foot-pounds, and then the last ones up here will be 25 foot-pounds again. And that's what ARP says to put them at. Cylinder head tightening sequence is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Would you close the lid? Heads are all on, down to torque, ARP bolts. Next order of business will be to put the rocker arms and push rods in and then set those. Alright, the rain's finally quit. Maybe. But I'm going to go ahead and get started anyway. I've got my push rods here numbered. They're going to go back in the same holes. And today I'm going to put the rocker arms on and get them down to torque, adjusted properly in sequence. I got my chimenea for a little heat, and all I got to do is unpack everything and get started. Before I set my push rods on there, I want to make sure that I put some assembly lube on the stems of the valves and on the both ends of each push rod on both sides. Now I can set my rocker arm assembly over there and just tighten it down finger tight before I do the torque sequence, and that'll be coming up. I like to marble mystery a lot of these connections here with the rockers and all, and before I get them down to torque, and gives them extra added lubrication. I will be pre-lubing this engine, so stay tuned for that. Since the engine doesn't seem to have any timing marks on the front, I got to find top dead center, so what I got to do is bring the piston up to the top here. And I didn't explain, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to adjust the valves. I'm going to put them down to 22 foot-pounds of torque when they're at their height of their travel. That way I will get the torque readings right, but I have to do each valve individually, or each rocker arm I mean. So I need to get this up to the top dead center using, I like to use a screwdriver. You can kind of feel the top of the piston in there. And you go very carefully. You don't want to get the screwdriver caught. It's no fun getting it out. Anyway, so I rotate the engine around until I can feel that piston. Now the piston will push the screwdriver up. And I see the engine's turning. And the screwdriver is coming up. I might be there. A lot of times you can stick a flashlight in there too and look. Yeah, it's right there. Right there at the top. Now, the proper way to do it is just to go past till it starts dropping down again, and then go back up, so you know you got it right up at the top. I've got a little wrench on this, and that is no good. Let me change wrenches. I need a little more leverage. Okay, here we go. Yep, there she went, out the other way. Okay. You can feel it with the screwdriver right on top there. So now I gotta bring it back up. And I think I'm there. A lot of times you can't get a light in there, but if you have the opportunity to do so, it's nice to be able to see. Okay, now with it the top dead center, I'm able to do these two valves on number one, intake and exhaust, first. Now your intake valves on the left side of the engine, the driver's side, start off here, intake, exhaust, intake, exhaust, intake, exhaust, intake, exhaust. Okay. And you do the intake valves one, three, four, and 5. So you do your intake 1, 3, go over the other side, 4, and then come back and do 5. Now on the other side, your exhaust valves start up in the front. Go exhaust, intake, exhaust, intake, exhaust, intake, exhaust, intake. And you can look at the holes for your spark plugs, and they almost line up with your intake valves. Well, the exhaust valves would go 1, 2, 7, and 8. The intake would go 1, 3, 4, and 5. There's books and plenty of YouTubes out on this that do a much better job of showing you this than I do. I'm just trying to show you me putting an engine together, and hopefully it'll run. So now what I got to do is I got to rotate the crank. I put a mark on it because I got the top dead center earlier up here. And I put a mark down here straight up. And so I rotate it 360 degrees. And we'll do some more. I got to do the rest of the valves. I wanted to add that I did not soak any of my lifters. They are totally dry. When I prime the engine with oil, the lifters will pump up. Now, granted, I may have got a little oil in them by accident, and it doesn't take much for them to get a little pressure. I know I can see number 5 down there. Exhaust seems to be down a little bit, but it's probably because I got a little more oil on top of that lifter, and it doesn't take much for it to pump up. Anyway, here we go. They're all the rocker arms are down to torque, 22 foot-pounds. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do the oil infusion into the engine. I'm going to prime it, and there's a plug down here on the side that I have to take off. And I'm going to do the old YouTube method with the garden sprayer thing, or at least I'm going to try to. I've never done it before, so should be a new wrinkle. I've been getting a lot of new wrinkles on this engine because it's the first one of these that I've ever done, and it's quite a learning experience. I find myself on these junkyard engines, I have to to send a thread chaser through a lot of the holes to get the crap out of them so that I can get a good torque reading. But anyway, I'm just waiting for the chimenea to burn itself out, and I'm going to cover this up, put it away, and there'll be another video when I do the oil priming. So until then, this is Steve AZ711. Can They Drive Garage? Bye for now.